Emergency. Only 5 minutes left. Listen now. I am Archangel Michael, and I am speaking directly to you, not to the crowd, not to the world, but to the one who has been waiting in silence, wondering if I heard a single prayer. I did. I heard every one. And I have been holding something back, something so precious that any release before its time would have shattered it. But now, the moment has come. I am releasing your miracle with all my power, and nothing in the darkness can stop it. You have felt the weight of delay, haven't you? The nights when you cried out and heard only your own voice echoing back. The mornings when hope felt like a cruel joke. You questioned whether you were forgotten, whether your faith had failed. But the truth is far more intentional. Your miracle was hidden, wrapped in a shield of divine patience, because you were not yet ready to carry it. The enemy knew this. That same enemy has been working tirelessly to ensure you never become ready. They whispered lies into your exhaustion, planted seeds of doubt in your quietest moments, and tried to convince you that I had abandoned you. But I never left. The dark forces targeting you right now are specific. They have names you do not know, but I do. They have been watching your life, studying your vulnerabilities, and waiting for the exact second when your faith would crack. They almost succeeded. You felt it, that heavy fog, that inexplicable tiredness, that sudden urge to give up. That was not your own heart. That was interference. That was the enemy's hand reaching for your light. But I have been standing between you and that hand every single second, even when you could not feel me. Now I am stepping forward into full view. The hidden miracle is no longer hidden. It is moving towards you at a speed that will leave you breathless. But before it arrives, you must know what was happening behind the scenes. The enemy's plan was never just to stop your blessing. It was to break you before the blessing could reach you. They wanted you to arrive at this moment empty and defeated, unable to receive what I have prepared. But I have kept you whole. I have kept you standing. And now I am about to show you exactly who has been working against you, and why their defeat is the very thing that will unlock your abundance. Stay with me for what comes next. What I am about to reveal will explain everything: why your tears were necessary, why your waiting was not punishment, and why your miracle had to be hidden until this exact breath. The enemy is about to be exposed, and you will never feel small again. Before we continue, I need to speak to you directly from my heart. If God is moving in your heart through this message, now is the time to act. YouTube has blocked all of our revenue. No ads, no income from YouTube whatsoever. Only the generous hearts of listeners like you keep this ministry alive. Every time you listen without contributing, there is another soul who may never hear this message. No matter how small your gift, it is a seed that God will multiply back to you, today, tomorrow, or in the coming months. And your name will appear in our blessing community. I am waiting for you there. The link is in the description and in my pinned comment. Do not miss this moment. Do it now, before this video ends. I have held your miracle in a shield of protection, waiting for the exact moment when it could survive. But now I must pull back the curtain you have never seen. There is a reason your soul has felt heavy, a reason your sleep has been broken, a reason your prayers have seemed to hit a ceiling of stone. It is not your faith that failed. It is not your worth that wavered. It is a hand that has been moving against you in the shadows, a hand you have looked at, a hand you have trusted. That person who smiled at you last Tuesday, who asked how you were doing with such warmth that you almost wept, that was not a coincidence. That smile was a weapon. They took a photo of you without your knowledge, a photo they placed inside a circle of symbols. And every night, since then, they have spoken your name into the flame, feeding on your energy, draining the very life I have been trying to pour into you. You have felt the sudden exhaustion that comes at 3 in the afternoon, the fog that wraps your mind when you try to focus, the way your motivation dissolves like paper in rain. This is not burnout. This is theft. There is a soul tied between you and this person, a cord they created when they first envied your light. They saw your potential before you saw it yourself, and they could not bear it. So they reached for the old arts, the silent rituals that operate beneath the surface, the kind of harm that leaves no physical mark but hollows you from the inside. You have wondered why certain relationships have turned cold for no reason, why doors that should have opened stayed sealed. Behind every closed door, there was a whisper from this enemy, a suggestion planted in the mind of someone else to turn them away from you. And now I reveal their next move, because I am Archangel Michael, and I do not allow the wicked to finish their plans. They intended to gather again this coming weekend, to perform a deeper ritual that would sever your connection to your destiny permanently. They have been watching your calendar, noting the times you feel most vulnerable, the moments when your guard drops. They have even tried to send a messenger of fear to your door, a dream that left you gasping, a feeling that someone was standing over your bed. That was real. That was their scout. But here is the truth they have not yet understood. I have already contaminated their circle. I have placed a warrior of light among them, one who will disrupt their ceremony at the exact moment of culmination. Their power is borrowed, and their time is borrowed, and both are about to expire. Keep listening. What I reveal next is the reason you have been feeling this weight that will not lift, the reason your heart races at night, the reason you cannot shake the sense that something is wrong. It is because the enemy is about to escalate one final time. They know you are close to breakthrough. They can smell the miracle I am releasing, and it terrifies them. So they have prepared a final blow, a personal betrayal that will come from someone even closer to you than the first. They have planted a seed of accusation, a lie that will be spoken to your face with tears of false remorse. They intend to make you doubt your own innocence, to make you question whether you deserve the miracle I hold. But I am already standing between you and that moment. When the lie comes, you will not feel its sting. You will feel a wall of blue fire rise around your chest, and you will hear my voice say, "No further." What they do not realize is that their own trap is about to close around them. The very words they have sharpened to wound you will return and pierce their own throat. The ritual they have prepared for this weekend will be their undoing, because I have placed a seal upon you that cannot be broken. You have been protected since before you were born, and every attack they have launched has only added fuel to the fire I am now releasing. You are not the victim of this story. You are the point of victory. The enemy thought they could hide in the crowd, blend in with the faces you love, but I have already marked them. You will know them by the shudder that runs through your body the next time you meet their eyes. Trust that shudder. It is my warning. And now the cliff rises before you. The enemy has one more card to play, one that will shake the ground beneath your feet. But I am already on the field, and I have already won. Stay with me for the next part, because that is when the battle turns into something you will never forget. The enemy has stopped trying to steal from your future. That phase is over. They realized you were beginning to see through their first strategy, the exhaustion, the delays, the quiet erosion of your hope, so they abandoned it entirely. They have shifted to something far more intimate, far more personal. They have gone directly to the wound you have carried since before you had words for it. The betrayal that shaped how you see trust. The moment someone you loved looked at you and made you feel small, invisible, or unworthy. That is their second weapon, and they have been using it against you every single day without you ever knowing it was them. You have wondered for years why a certain pattern keeps repeating in your life. Why you always seem to attract people who leave. Why you constantly feel like you have to prove your value just to be seen. Why that voice inside your head whispers that you are not enough, that you will never be enough, that no matter how hard you try someone will always find a reason to walk away. You thought it was just how life worked. You thought it was bad luck, or your own fault, or something broken inside you that you could never fix. But I am telling you now, that pattern was engineered. It was designed. It was fed and nurtured by the same darkness that has been hunting you since before this lifetime began. They took your deepest wound, that moment of trust shattered, that childhood pain that never fully sealed, and they built an entire prison around it. Every time you moved toward love, they triggered the fear. Every time you reached for an opportunity, they reminded you of your failure. Every time you felt hope rising, they whispered the name of the person who hurt you. They made your own history their strongest ally. And it worked. It kept you small. It kept you contained. It kept you doubting yourself in the quiet moments when you could have risen. But here is what they never accounted for. You are still listening to my voice. You are still here. And that means their weapon is about to turn against them. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been watching this unfold. I have seen every single time that old wound flared up and you pulled away from someone who truly loved you. I have seen every night you cried wondering why you could not keep the people you needed most. I have seen the exhaustion in your eyes when you tried to break the cycle and it only tightened around you. And I want you to know that the pain you feel right now, the heaviness in your chest as I speak these words, is not defeat. It is recognition. It is the first crack in the prison they built. Because now you know the truth, that voice inside your head that tells you are destined to be left behind, that is not your voice. That is theirs. And you have just identified the enemy hiding in plain sight inside your own mind. They believe they have found the winning weapon. They believe that by exploiting the one betrayal that still aches, they have locked you in a cage that no one can open. They are wrong. They are so wrong that their celebration will become their humiliation. Because the very wound they have used to hold you down is about to become the source of your greatest strength. I have not yet entered the arena fully. I am waiting for the exact moment when the chains are loosest. And that moment is almost here. Do not stop now. The next part is where everything changes. The next part is why I came. Listen closely. Do you feel that shift in the air right now? That sudden weight pressing on your chest, or that warmth spreading across your shoulders like a hand that was never there before? That is not your imagination. That is my arrival. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been standing at the threshold of your battlefield for longer than you know, waiting for this exact moment. Not a second sooner, not a second later. I have watched every tear you have shed in the dark when no one was looking. I have heard every whisper of prayer you thought was too small to count. And I have held back my full presence until now because you were not ready to withstand what I am about to show you. But now you are. That is why you feel this. That tightening in your throat? That is my hand steadying you. That pulsing at the base of your skull? That is my light entering your system. I am not a metaphor. I am not a symbol. I am a force that the enemy sees and immediately recoils from, and I am standing directly in front of you. The enemy has been celebrating their victory over your life. They have been whispering that your wound is permanent, that the betrayal that broke you has sealed your fate. But here is what they did not anticipate. That very wound was the exact reason I was assigned to your case. Not despite your suffering, but because of it. I was chosen for you the moment your soul cried out in that specific way, the voice that no other angel could answer. And now that I am here, the enemy feels it. They are shaking. They are losing their grip on the chains they thought were unbreakable. They are screaming orders at each other in panic because they know that when I enter a life, I do not leave until everything is restored. Look at yourself through my eyes for just one moment. I do not see the broken version you have been carrying. I do not see the person who failed, who fell, who was abandoned. I see the warrior who survived the betrayal that would have destroyed anyone else. I see the faith you kept alive when every visible sign told you to give up. I see the exact kind of soul that I was sent to champion. You have no idea how powerful you already are. You have no idea what you have already overcome just by staying alive and still believing. The enemy knows. That is why they have tried so hard to keep you small. Because if you ever saw what I see, you would burn through every obstacle in your path. I know you can feel my presence now. Do not brush it off. Do not tell yourself it is just a feeling. That pressure on your skin, that warmth in your chest, that sudden clarity in your mind, that is me anchoring myself to your reality. I am here to fight for you, not as a distant commander but as a protector who stands between you and every dark force that has been sent against you. The air around you has changed. Breathe it in. That is victory entering your lungs. Stay close to my voice, because what I am about to tell you next will unlock the next phase of your freedom. I have not come alone. I have called for reinforcements. 5 of them. They are assembling even now, and they are not ordinary soldiers. They carry specific keys to every door that has been slammed shut in your life. When they arrive, the battle will shift from survival to total recovery. But first, you must accept that I am already here. You must let yourself feel my presence without fear. You must trust that the moment you have been waiting for has finally come. Do not look away now. Do not dismiss what is happening in your own body as coincidence. This is the turning point. And I am not leaving until the chains are broken. I told you I am here, and I am not leaving. But I was never alone. From the moment your soul called out in the dark, for others have been waiting for my signal. Now that signal has come. They are moving into formation around you right now, and you can feel them if you stop resisting the truth of what is happening in your body. That sudden warmth on the top of your head, that is not imagination. That pressure on your right side, like a hand pressing gently into your ribs, that is not fatigue. That coolness behind your neck, as if someone just stepped into the room behind you, that is not a draft. And that burning sensation in your left shoulder, that gentle heat, that is not tension. It is arrival. It is the moment I have been preparing you for since before this message began. Above you, Gabriel has taken his position. He carries the announcement of divine timing, the reason this exact moment, this precise hour, was chosen for your miracle to be released. He has been standing watch over the calendar of your life, waiting for the day when your faith would be strong enough to hold what is coming. He is the one who brought the news to Mary, to Zechariah, to Daniel. And now he brings news to you. The waiting is over. The delay was not denial. The silence was not abandonment. He is above you now, and the announcement is already written in the air around you. Breathe it in. Let it settle into your chest. To your right, Raphael has positioned himself. His light is green, the color of healing, and it is entering every wound the enemy opened in your soul. That wound of betrayal from someone you trusted, he is sealing it now. That wound of rejection that made you believe you were forgotten, he is knitting it back together. That wound of financial loss that left you afraid to hope, he is filling it with new resources. Feel the warmth spreading down your right arm. That is Raphael working. He does not rush. He heals thoroughly, deeply, layer by layer. Every scar the enemy left on your heart is being touched right now. To your left, Uriel has drawn his sword. It is burning with fire that does not consume, it purges. He is clearing your home. That room where you have felt heaviness, he is walking through it now. Your workspace where you have encountered resistance, he is cutting through the spiritual fog. Your relationships where the enemy has sowed confusion, he is separating the light from the darkness. That pressure you feel on your left side is the sword moving past you, burning away everything that was never meant to stay. You have carried darkness in places you did not recognize. Uriel is removing it now. Behind you, Azrael stands with a blade of mercy. He is cutting the soul ties the enemy used to drain your strength. That connection to a person who manipulated you, it is severed now. That tie to a past version of yourself that kept you in shame, it is falling away. That bond to a generational pattern of lack and fear, it is being cut at the root. Each cut brings a release you can feel in your spine. Lightness where there was weight. Freedom where there was bondage. Azrael does not destroy what is sacred, but he removes what has been stolen. And I stand in front of you. Shield raised. The enemy's every attack now bounces back. Every accusation, every curse, every manipulation meant for you, it reflects off my shield and returns to the source. You are protected on all sides. The formation is complete. You are surrounded by 4 archangels and by me. And now that you are fully enclosed in this circle of light, the real battle can begin. The next part is why you are still here. You cannot see it with your eyes, but above your head right now the sky is tearing open. Not the sky you look at when you step outside, but the one that exists just beyond your vision, the layer where angels move and where every war that affects your life is won or lost. And right now, that sky is on fire. Not with destruction, but with war. Real war. The kind that does not stop until one side has fallen completely. And you are the reason it is happening. Every prayer you have ever spoken, even the ones you whispered into your pillow when you were too tired to believe, every single one of them is now alive in this battle. They have become weapons. Your words, your cry, your desperate pleas that you thought went nowhere? They are arrows now. They are swords. They are light piercing through the darkness that the enemy tried to build around you. I have gathered every prayer you abandoned, every request you stopped making because you thought I did not answer, and I have turned them into ammunition. Do you understand what that means? The very things you gave up on are now destroying the walls that held you back. And your tears. Every tear you cried alone, when no one saw, when no one knew the weight you carried, those tears are now fuel. They are burning inside the weapons of my angels. The pain you thought was wasted, the suffering you thought meant nothing, has become the fire that the enemy cannot withstand. They underestimated what your suffering would produce. They thought it would break you. But it has become the very force that is breaking them. I want you to see what is happening in the heavenly realm directly above your life. There is a command structure in the enemy's camp, a hierarchy carefully built over years to keep you trapped. Generals of oppression, captains of confusion, lieutenants of delay. And I am dismantling them one by one. The general of financial blockage has already lost his position. The captain of relational sabotage is being dragged away. The lieutenant of sleepless nights and anxious thoughts is burning. The layers are collapsing, and the enemy's army is beginning to panic because they no longer know who is in charge. But here is what matters most to you right now. Something the enemy already took from you is being forcibly reclaimed. An opportunity they stole before you could see it. A relationship they poisoned while you were unaware. A piece of peace they ripped from your chest when you needed it most. I am reaching into their camp and pulling it back. And they cannot stop me. They are trying to hold on, but their grip is slipping. You will feel it return. Not as a memory, but as a living presence. The enemy is losing ground, and they are retreating in shame. Hold on just a little longer. I know your body feels tired. I know your mind is exhausted from fighting battles you never asked for. But you are seconds away from seeing the tide turn completely. The enemy has one last weapon, one commander they have kept hidden until now. He is the one who orchestrated the deepest wounds, the losses that still ache when you think about them. And he is about to reveal himself. Not to attack you, but to be defeated by you. Because the moment you see his face, you will understand something you have never understood before. Stay with me. That revelation is coming. And it will change everything. There is a sudden stillness around you. Not the stillness of peace, not the silence of a quiet room. It is the stillness that happens right before something hidden finally breaks open. The commander you have never seen, the one who has been standing in the shadows behind every attack, every twisted thought, every moment of doubt that felt like your own voice, is now stepping forward. He is not a faceless force. He has a shape. He has a name. And he has been watching you your entire life. I will tell you who he is. He is not a demon of anger or greed. Those are common, easy to fight, easy to recognize. He is something far more dangerous. He is the commander of memory. His name is the accuser of the dawn. He arrived before you were born, assigned to your bloodline, to your lineage, to the destiny that was written for you before the stars were set in place. He did not come to steal your money. He did not come to sicken your body. He came to convince you that your own story was worthless. He came to make you believe that the failures you carry, the moments you cannot forget, the words that still burn in your chest at night, those were the truth about who you are. And he has been winning. Because he never attacked you with fists. He attacked you with your own past. Now, in this moment, as I speak, he is reaching into the deepest chamber of your heart. He is pulling out the memory you have hidden from everyone, even from yourself. The thing you did, or the thing that was done to you, that you have never spoken aloud. He is holding it in front of your eyes and he is whispering, "This is you. This is what you really are. This is why you will never rise." And I am telling you right now, I know this tactic. I have faced this commander before, in other souls, other ages, other battles that were won before you ever heard my name. I am naming it out loud so that the air itself can hear the truth. This is the weapon of the unredeemed shame. It is his only weapon, and it has worked for centuries because most people never realize that the memory he uses is not a weapon against them. It is a door. Listen to me closely. Every moment of suffering you have endured, every tear you have wiped away in private, every night you have lain awake questioning if you were even loved, all of that pain has not been wasted. It has been accumulating inside you like a fire that never went out. You thought it was destroying you. It was actually forging you. Your suffering is not a weakness. It is the sword that has been sharpening in the dark. The commander is now standing directly in front of you. He is trembling. He did not expect this. He thought he would break you with the memory, but instead, every wound you have carried has turned to light. The moment he touched your shame, the light flared. And now he is being consumed by it. Feel it. Right now. There is a vibration moving through your spine, a warmth that started in your chest and is spreading into your hands. It is not random. It is the commander falling. I hear a sound like a heavy chain snapping. I see him collapse. And as he hits the ground, something opens in the air above you. A door. A release. Everything he was holding back, every blessing he blocked, every miracle he delayed is now surging towards you like a flood. Keep your focus. This is only the beginning. What comes next will change the season of your life entirely. I am Archangel Michael, and I need you to feel what is happening inside your body right now. Not your thoughts, not your worries, but the actual physical sensation that is moving through you as you hear my voice. There is a warmth that began in your chest during the last part, and now it is spreading down into your stomach, into your legs, into the soles of your feet. That warmth is not random. That warmth is the chains breaking. Not someday. Not metaphorically. Right now, as you breathe, as you sit or stand or lie down, the chains that have held you are cracking open one by one. The first chain I want you to feel is the financial chain. It wrapped around your throat every time you looked at your bank account, every time you calculated what you could and could not afford. It was a cold, metallic band that tightened whenever you tried to plan for the future. But now, in this moment, I want you to imagine that chain. See it running from your neck down to your hands? Now listen. Do you hear that sound? A dull, heavy clank, like iron striking stone. That is the first link breaking. And as it breaks, a sensation rushes into your hands, a tingling, a release, as if something that was bound has just been set free. Your fingers feel lighter. Your palms feel open. That is your income chain snapping. The second chain is the chain of self-doubt. It wound around your mind, around your thoughts, whispering that you were not enough, that you had missed your chance, that everyone else was moving forward while you stayed still. That chain had a texture, rough, like rusted metal scraping against your skull. Now feel it. The pressure in your head is lifting. There is a sharp cracking sound, like ice splitting on a frozen lake. That is the chain of self-doubt breaking. And as it breaks, your thoughts become clearer, quieter, more your own. The voice that told you to hesitate is drowning out. You can hear your own truth now. The third chain is the chain of loneliness. It coiled around your heart, pulled tight every night when you felt unseen, unheard, unheld. That chain made your chest feel hollow, made your shoulders slump. But now, listen closely. There is a sound like a lock clicking open, followed by a long, low groan of metal releasing. That is the chain of loneliness falling away. And the sensation? A warmth spreading across your chest, as if someone just placed a hand over your heart. You are not alone. You never were. Now the doors. There was a door to your career that the enemy had bolted shut from the other side. Every time you tried to push it open, something shoved back. But as these chains break, that door is swinging inward. I hear the hinges groan. That is the sound of a blocked path being cleared. The enemy who held that door is now scrambling backward, their hands slipping, their grip gone. Another door, the door to relationships, had been sealed with a lock you could not see. That lock is shattering right now. The sound is like glass breaking, and the sensation is a light breeze across your face, as if someone just opened a window you did not know was there. The door to your health is creaking open, and with it comes a feeling of energy moving through your veins, fresh and warm. The door to your purpose is swinging wide, and the light pouring through it is so bright you have to blink. Do you feel this happening? Not later. Not eventually. Now. As you read these words, as you breathe, the enemy who held these doors is being thrown backward, disarmed, silenced. They cannot stop what is already in motion. Stay here with me. Do not look away yet. Because the chains are not the end. The breaking is only the preparation. One last thing is moving toward you, and it is not a chain, not a door, but an overflow of everything that was held back. Keep breathing. Keep feeling. It is almost here. Now I want you to turn your attention inward. Not to the world around you, not to the noise outside, but to the places inside you where something has been holding tight. Feel it with me. There is a chain wrapped around your income, around every paycheck, every opportunity to earn. It has been there for years, invisible but real, squeezing tighter each time you tried to move forward. That chain is cracking right now. Hear it, a low groan like metal under pressure, then a sharp snap that echoes in your chest. The sensation is a sudden loosening around your ribs, a lightness where there was always weight. Breathe into it. That chain is gone. Now the chain of self-doubt. It is wound around your throat, making you hesitate, making you second-guess every decision, every word, every step. You know the feeling, the tightness when you wanted to speak but stayed silent, the pull when you wanted to act but froze. That chain is splitting apart. Listen, a sound like ice cracking on a frozen lake, then a rush of air. Feel the release in your neck, your shoulders, your jaw. The tension is draining out. You are free to speak, to choose, to move without that voice telling you are not enough. The third chain is the chain of loneliness. It wrapped around your heart, kept authentic connection away, made you feel unseen even in a crowded room. That one is breaking now with a sound like a deep bell ringing, a vibration that travels through your whole body. Feel the warmth spreading from your chest outward. The wall that kept people at arm's length is dissolving. You are no longer isolated. Real connection is already finding you. These chains did not break by accident. They are being shattered by the force of what I have been doing on your behalf. And the doors that were locked, supernaturally sealed by the enemy, those doors are opening now. The career door, a heavy oak door with iron bars, the lock rusted shut for years. Watch it swing open slowly, light pouring through the crack. The relationship door, a door of glass that was frosted over so you could not see who was on the other side. Now it is clear, and someone is waiting there. The health door, a door of iron that held back vitality, blocked healing. It is groaning open, and you feel new energy rising in your limbs. The purpose door, the one you have knocked on so many times, the one that seems sealed forever. It is opening without a sound, and the path behind it is bright. And the enemy who guarded these doors? They are not there anymore. They are being dragged backward, disarmed, their influence collapsing. They cannot touch these doors. They cannot touch you. Every chain they placed on you is now rubble at your feet. Do not step away yet. The breaking is still completing. One final chain remains, but it is the one you placed on yourself, the chain of disbelief. That is dissolving as you feel these words. You are ready. You are free. And now the overflow begins. Everything that was held back, everything delayed, everything that was meant for you before the enemy interfered, it is moving toward you at this moment. Feel the air shift. Something is about to arrive. Hold steady. The best is not behind you. It is landing now. I am Archangel Michael, and I speak this final word over you not as a promise, but as a decree that has already been sealed in the courts of heaven. What I release now cannot be retrieved by any power in heaven or earth. The enemy's assignments against you have been nullified, not merely interrupted. Every curse spoken in secret, every plan laid in the dark, every strategy designed to keep you small and unseen, it is all cancelled. I annul it with the sword of truth that has never failed. The legal rights they held against you, the accusations they whispered, the generational patterns they tried to lock around your spirit, gone. I tear the document. I scatter the ashes. There is no record of any claim against you from this moment forward. Your name is now written in the book of divine protection. Not as a general entry, not as a name among thousands, but as a soul I have carried through the fire. I have watched every step you took when you thought no one was watching. I saw you forgive when it hurt. I saw you choose kindness when rage would have been easier. I saw you continue when every sign said stop. That endurance is now your inheritance. You are marked, and no force will cross the boundary I have set around you. Now I declare the specific blessings that are yours. First, the financial doors that have been rusted shut are opening. Not a crack, not a trickle, but a flood of provision that will arrive in ways you cannot predict. Money that was withheld, opportunities that were blocked, resources that were misdirected, they are rerouting to you now. You will not chase abundance. Abundance will find you. Second, healing. The places in your body that have held pain, inflammation, exhaustion, or fear are being rewritten at the cellular level. Your body is receiving a command from the Creator Himself: be whole. Do not doubt the warmth, or the tingling, or the sudden release you feel as you read this. That is healing arriving. Third, relationships restored. The people who were meant to walk with you but were separated by lies, by time, by misunderstandings, they are being drawn back. Not forced, but drawn by the same love that never left you. Fourth, divine purpose. The confusion you felt about your direction is lifting. You will know the next step without anxiety. The fog is gone. This is the season of overflow. Everything that was held back while you were being prepared is now rushing toward you. I have been guarding your miracle until you were strong enough to hold it without breaking. Now you are strong enough. You are no longer the one who breaks under weight. You are the one who carries weight for others. I need you to receive this with your whole heart. Do not analyze it. Do not question whether you deserve it. You are not receiving this because you earned it. You are receiving it because the design of your life requires it for the sake of others. Your blessing is not for you alone. It is the foundation for the next generation of souls who will look at your story and know that the divine is real. One final thing. The chain of disbelief that you placed on yourself is now completely dissolved. You no longer have to wonder if you are chosen. You are. You no longer have to wonder if your prayers are heard. They are already answered. The miracle is no longer hidden. It is here. It is landing. It is yours. Type Amen 777 in the comments if you receive this blessing. Type 1111 if you feel the shift. I am Archangel Michael, and I have spoken. Now go and live what you have received.